Well, according to the CDC, it's estimated that more than 4 million individuals this year will make that lifelong commitment to love and honor. They are going to get married. Oh, how sweet is that? Well, my next guest says people get married every day, but not everybody is prepared for or even desires the marriage. Say what now, Joseph? Dr. Joseph Walker has written this book with his wife, Stephanie. It's called Becoming a Couple of Destiny, Living Loving. He joins us this morning to share some insight with us. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
I had to say what now? Because I want to get this right. All right, so let's get right into this.
Very well.
If people get married, but they don't want a marriage, what do they want?
I think people were in love with the idea of being married, and people fantasize about their weddings, and men and women approach that from different perspectives. And clearly,
Kardashians? No, that's one of them. Sorry.
You know, people do have this idea. You know, women grow up, they fantasize about their wedding day early on, and men grow up a little different. Men grow up playing games, and oftentimes when women are ready to get married, men are still playing games, and so it kind of creates this tsunami, if you will. And so often people get into these relationships with no tools, no skills in terms of how to actually make it work, and you end up with dysfunctional marriages.
But here's the reality: we all have baggage. We all bring something, whether it's emotional or whatever it is. How can we then let go of that baggage and say, okay, now we're going to be a couple, we're going to make this union work?
Well, the whole idea of becoming a couple of destiny is understand that purpose is the path toward destiny. Once you understand the purpose of a thing, you'll never abuse a thing. And purpose, when you understand that you have been brought together for a purpose greater than yourself. So as a result, you're not selfish in the relationship. You're willing to give and take. You're willing to put boundaries around your marriage and your relationship. And you're willing to say, every day we wake up, we have to make a conscious decision to work at this, to guard this, and to be wise about the decisions that we make, because they can inevitably affect more than us. It's about others and the product that this relationship will produce.
Oh, Lord, but does this mean I have to be spending every single minute? I mean, listen, I love him, but come on, I need my space.
You don't. Well, you know, interestingly enough, one of the chapters in the book, we talk about space and grace.
Okay.
And we talk about that, you know, because Stephanie had to work through that. You know, she was somewhat, and she'll admit in the book, she was somewhat clingy. You know, she felt her acclamation was her parents did everything together. Whereas here I am, I'm around people all the time. So I need that space. And we talk about space and grace, giving the relationship time to miss each other. And it's important to not allow baggage from insecurities in past relationships to make you feel that absence is creating something that's not.
That's not there.
Exactly. And so that's how you let the baggage go. And you say, you know what, I love him, I love her enough to say, I really want her or him to miss me. So as a result, my wife now, I know while I'm doing this interview, we miss each other tremendously. But at the same time, we have technology, you know, we're FaceTiming, we're Skyping all the time, but we need that space because you cannot overcrowd a person because you'll run them away.
I think that's a great point. It really is. You also talk in the book about a vision statement.
Yeah.
What is this, and why is this so important in a marriage?
You have to say, where do we see ourselves 3 and 5 and 10 years together? That becomes a living document in your marriage. So anytime you see yourself going off course, you have a frame of reference to go back and hold you accountable to. So, you know, it's a financial statement, it's a value statement, it's a thing about children, all of that. So, you know, particularly the funny thing about it, sometimes when you, in the vision, when you do that financial piece, you know, you're like, well, you're in the mall and she'll see those shoes, I'll say, that's not really according to our vision right now.
And she'll say, what vision are you looking at?
Right. Let's redact the vision.
Let's redact the vision, exactly. But here's the reality of it. No marriage is perfect. And it's interesting because I have girlfriends of mine and they'll look at other people and say, oh, they must have it all.
Oh,
or they must, because they're just looking at the surface. They don't know. The perception. What do you hope readers take away from this book, and how can they then become a couple of destiny?
Well, we hope readers take away from this book that relationships take work. Two people come together and they are willing to be transparent and honest about their struggles, about their challenges, but they come together understanding that they're willing to do the things necessary to really have a healthy relationship, regardless of the perception. It's, at the end of the day, two people come home together and it matters about how they develop a team and a system as a family. That's what we hope the takeaway is. And becoming a couple of destiny is really about saying, listen, we recognize that God has strategically positioned us to be a blessing to people around the world. Our marriage needs to be a witness that marriage works, that it can work if you work at it. Every single day you wake up, you make a conscientious choice to say, I'm going to be with you and you're going to be with me. And we may not like each other every day, and we may look at each other and say, Lord, what happened? But at the same time, we know we are so connected to something greater than ourselves.
I love that. And we should say, yes, they both did write the book, but your
Yes.
wife is pregnant. She is expecting. That is why she is not here this morning, but you represented
yes.
well. And congratulations
thank
on the new
you
baby.
so very, very much. We're very excited about that. We're very
Excited for you,
about
Joseph.
that.
Great
Yes.
stuff.
Thank you.
And once again, the book is called Becoming a Couple of Destiny, Living Loving. For more information on Joseph and Stephanie Walker or the book, please visit the website. It is josephwalker3.org.